Hello, 95 Fathoms here, and I'm finally up to the last hunt in my triple team quest before taking on the Elite Four. This means that once it's done, I'll finally be able to tackle a substantial amount of the games in one go for the first time since I reached Ekritik and started hunting Eevee 2 years ago in 2023. For this hunt, I'm seeking out Larvitar in the Safari Zone, which becomes a bit involved due to the difficulty in catching it, and it's a little more of a challenge because I'm hunting it before fighting the Elite Four. After you beat them, you can use a repel trick combined with block placement here in the mountain area to get a 100% encounter rate for Larvitar. But you can't place blocks until after you get the national dex. So for me, the optimal strategy is a level 17 repel trick during morning and day only, since Larvitar doesn't appear at night, which puts each of the 4 encounters in the area at an even 25% encounter rate: Raticate, Magneton, Lickitung, and Larvitar. That's really not a bad repel trick at all, but there's of course an added challenge to actually catching my target since I'm in the Safari Zone and Larvitar has a relatively low catch rate overall. Fortunately, the Johto Safari is kinder on flea rates than the Kanto one, but taking flea and catch rates into account, it's about a 22% chance to catch Larvitar per encounter, so this hunt is likely to take a while. That's actually why Larvitar is the only target on this quest that I'm hunting for alone. I had considered adding 2 other targets that I wasn't going to use on my teams, but just to have hunts alongside this one, just to round it out, but with how many phases I'm likely to have for this, I just decided that it didn't make a whole lot of sense. With all that said, I've got my White Flute and Illuminate going to boost my encounter rate, and all that's left is to dig into this hunt. And I will see you when something shines. Shiny Larvitar! What? Oh my god. Oh, dude. First phase. Shiny Larvitar. Okay, I'm not gonna catch it. We know that. Let me just do one more encounter here to even out my 3 encounters. I already triggered the repel. Oh my god. Wow, that I was. Oh my god. Let me just switch over and attempt the capture. Okay, after 7,485 encounters, phase 1, Shiny Larvitar. It's an even chance for everything in this area, so it's not surprising per se that Larvitar shined first, and it doesn't honestly matter because I'm not gonna catch this first phase. It's on average takes about like between 4 and 5 seen. About like 4.5 basically seen, but you can't see half of a shiny before you catch one, statistically speaking. So I know I'm not going to catch this, but it's cool to get phase 1 down, and obviously we're going to try to catch it. So let's throw a ball. One, and it breaks out. Okay, it's sticking around for now. Ball number 2. 1, 2. Broke out. It has like a 1 in 3 chance to flee every turn. Okay, well, it's staying for 3 turns. Statistically speaking, it'll flee on the next turn if 1, 2, 3. What? Oh my god! What? Dude! What?
Hello? Did I just find and catch... What? I am... My nickname for it is going to depend on the gender, and I didn't notice the gender, and Dude, I'm going to save, so... I'm flabbergasted. I am flabbergasted. What? It is, on average, it should take 18 phases to find and catch a Larvitar in the Safari Zone here. I wish my mother would stop calling me right after I find shinies. That would be really neat. On average, it's supposed to be like 18 phases because it's a 1 in 4 chance to find it, and like it should take about 4.5 phases to catch it. I was not at all prepared to catch this. I was not just like trying to play it cool. Fully my expectations were set to not catch it. The date on this is not, I just realized the date on it is going to be slightly incorrect. It's slightly past midnight, and Larvitar doesn't appear at night, so I had to change the time. So that's why it's daytime right now. It is not actually. So the date is going to be wrong. Dude, this is the Allison game. This is the one that found Geodude and Voltorb. The middle game, complete flop. I don't remember the last shiny it found, but absolute just flop right now. Ridiculous. I have an open space in my party. Okay. I made an open space in my party specifically so I wouldn't have to go back to the PC for it, and I always forget when I do that. Dude, I can't believe I was not expecting that to happen. Let's nature guess, I guess. I'm gonna guess bold. That is plus speed. Hasty. It's hasty. That might be good for it. It is a male. So I think that does. I think I know what. I think I'm going to nickname it Oblivia. After the region in Xenoblade X. Because Xenoblade X is a cool game. And it's a desert region, and so it's fitting for Larvitar / Tyranitar. I've been hunting for Gen 5 Tyranitar for a while now. I started the hunt last year sometime, and I've been hunting it on and off, and it's a long hunt. I mean, the encounters take long, and it's at 20%. I'm on phase 3 right now. And I've had it on the side for a while, and I finally resumed it. There's the overworld sprite. I can't say it looks that much notably different from regular Larvitar. At least, I mean, I don't know what regular Larvitar's overworld sprite looks like, to be honest. But anyway, I was kind of hoping I would get Gen 5 Tyranitar before this, because I don't even remember what hunt I must have been in the middle of when I started Tyranitar, but it's not surprising. I guess. I was kind of thinking I had a chance because I expected this to take, on average, close to 20 phases. I at least expected to phase on a couple other things first. In some ways, I'm definitely kind of disappointed that I didn't, because I really wanted to have like 3 Pokemon to show off after this hunt. That was kind of why I ended up, like, I figured it was going to take so long that it was okay that this was a single targeted one shiny targeted across the 3 games for once, because I figured I'm gonna end up with at least a couple of other things. I've seen a couple people do Larvitar hunts, and like Shiny Collector, Oleg, and I watched a couple other videos last week. I started this hunt not that long ago, obviously. Safari, under odds, technically. I mean, not technically, but But yeah, I mean, you know, everybody I saw went like a few phases, but like certainly Shiny Collector took 3 phases. I'm trying to remember how many phases Oleg took, but that's ridiculous. Please don't die, Larvitar. Okay. And Larvitar's dead. Well, I mean, I'm definitely going to show off the evolutions. I accidentally hit the wrong button. Whatever. Because the whole idea is for this to become Tyranitar on the team. I would say obviously, but I have 2 unevolved Pokemon on this team, so it's not so obvious. But I'm definitely planning to evolve it in Tyranitar, so I'll show off Pupitar and Tyranitar for sure, but I'm trying to think, like, I'm racking my brain. Was there something else I wanted to say? And I don't remember because I was not at all prepared for this to happen right now. And I'm trying not to have my commentary just be, wow, I can't believe this happened, but I can't believe it happened. Again, maybe it sounded like I was like, oh, just trying to play it cool, but like I'm really like when I found my Tauros in the Safari Zone, I was like, I'm not gonna catch this. And then like it did the 3-shake fake on me, and I was like, oh, maybe I will catch it. And then I failed it, and I was like actually disappointed, even though I told myself not to get my hopes up. With this, if it had fled, I would have been like, yep, that I knew that was gonna happen. That's how I am with almost every Safari hunt. I factor in Safari fails in the phases. As I said, I estimated the number of phases it would take on average before I caught Larvitar. Because to me, that's all Safari is. It's more phases to keep your target. It's not like, oh no, I'm gonna, like, as long as you keep going for it, you'll get the shiny eventually. I couldn't even be upset if I had bad luck on this hunt. I just feel confused and honestly a little underwhelmed. If I'm being totally honest, I'm a little underwhelmed. I expected this to be a much more grueling hunt. I was kind of looking forward to seeing some Lickitung, some Magneton. I like Raticate. I was a little over it after I got 3 Raticates in a row in Gen 5, but I still like Raticate. I don't know, I'm babbling because, again, I feel like I wanted to say more about this, but if there's anything else I want to say, I will save it for the evolutions. So for now, I'll just say, see you in the next part. Alright, it's been a couple of days now since I found Larvitar, but I've EV trained it, and I finally had the chance to switch train it against gym leader rematches in my Soul Silver GTQ file, and I've got it just about ready to evolve with the help of the rare candies I fortunately had on hand in this file. I do want to actually play through the game with it, but I just wanted to make sure I had the evolution footage to include, and wanted to do that mindfully when like I've got my mind in the right mode, rather than trying to remember everything I want to say mid-gameplay when Larvitar happens to evolve or whatever. So I'm gonna reset once this is done and trade it back to my French Soul Silver file to train up more naturally. But speaking of which, something I didn't even process in the reaction footage is that this did shine on the file that it's going to be used on, which is really cool. I've had a weird amount of luck with that on this quest, I feel like, and it's neat. I mean, Entei and Raikou shining on the right games was honestly insane luck. But anyway, let me actually get into the evolution now. I have 5 rare candies, so I grinded it up to level 50 because it was kind of a long grind, and since I'm not even going to keep it at this level, I didn't want to expend an extreme amount of effort on it. There's shiny Pupitar. It's a little bit of a shame that it's like that Pupitar isn't going to be what it stays at, because Pupitar is a gorgeous shiny. I love the purple on it. I mean, it is just purple. Ooh, look at that. That's a really good sprite. It's got like little, like almost, the light part is almost blue. That's really cool. So let's show it off in battle really quickly. Deciding to show it off here because it's close to the Safari, and I don't know, it's a cool place. Also because, well, there's shiny Pupitar. When I was going through Cliff Cave on my French copies of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I encountered Kingler. And apparently Kingler's French name is Crab Boss. I don't know how it would be pronounced in French, but I just think that is an insanely incredible name. And I need the rest of the world to know that that is a thing. So there is shiny Pupitar. Let's show it on the status screen. Did I already? Yeah, as you can see, it got Pokerus because I EV trained it. Because I have Pokerus lying around on this file. I don't remember if I have anywhere else in
in Gen 4, but I definitely have a Chansey that has Pokerus that just sits in a box that I pull out when I need Pokerus. Because everything else has cured Pokerus, I think. Okay, and it still got the Lucky Egg, too, from level grinding, and I can just keep the Lucky Egg for now. I am excited to see Tyranitar with the Safari Ball. I think that's going to be a really good match. So that's one reason it's really cool to get Tyranitar on the Safari. I mean, also just the fact that it's a difficult capture. Apparently not for me, but in general, it is supposed to be pretty difficult. Oh, I'm so excited to see this. I know I'm not going to see it again for a while, because it's going to take a minute to get Larvitar leveled up to 55 naturally, but... I love Shiny Tyranitar. I feel like I didn't used to think it was a phenomenal Shiny, but it really... I mean, it's such a stark difference, and it looks really good. It's really good. It looks interesting on the... Arnie, nobody asked. Nobody asked. Maybe he's calling me about a Yanma swarm. It does look kind of weird on the overworld sprite. It looks very green compared with the brown, but it's still, look at that. It's so big. It's really cool. Scared of the cliff. Oh, well, I guess I would be too if I were a rock type looking down at a waterfall. Let's look at him on the status screen. I did realize I don't think Hasty is like great for it because Tyranitar is not particularly fast. I do this thing in my head sometimes where I'm like, oh, I know this is like a really strong attacker, and then I jump to, oh, so they're a sweeper, and like, no, Tyranitar is kind of a bulky attacker. On the other hand, I tend to play most Pokemon as sweepers and not as like tanks in any sense, so it kind of works for what I want to do with Tyranitar, but it's not like ideal to have its defense lowered in favor of its speed, but it's not horrible either, so let's show it off. Let's show it off walking behind me, and then show it off from the Pokeball. Another Machop. And shiny Tyranitar. So cool. I'm really excited to use Tyranitar because I don't think I've done a couple playthroughs in recent history where I was setting up for a hunt and I hatched Tyranitar on the save file. Let's look at there's this Fireball. Yeah, that's a great match with Tyranitar. I love that. I've done a couple of expedited playthroughs with the Tyranitar, but until recent years, I had never used Tyranitar on a team, I don't think, because almost every single game, except the newest games where I haven't done that many replays of them, and I don't tend to use old Pokemon in them. It comes so late in the game, and I've done so little with Safari Zone and Heart Gold Soul Silver in casual contexts. I've done shiny hunting, but I never really used the Safari Zone to catch stuff for a casual playthrough. So I never used Tyranitar. So I wanted to use it, and I thought it'd be really fun to use a shiny one. Hi, Crasher Wake. And I am thrown off by how quickly and easily I ended up getting this, but it is worth emphasizing that, as I said in the intro, this is the last hunt of this quest before the Elite Four. That wording is important because I have one more hunt I'm going to do post Elite Four. So I'm gonna beat the Elite Four with everybody and then do the last hunt of the quest. I might try to record the Elite Four. I would like to record the Elite Four. I like to do that with my quests. I think it's a fun way to commemorate all the hunts, and you get to see all the evolved Pokemon and see them in battle and everything like that. My only concern is that I have exclusively done everything together on these quests files. That means I'm always playing all three games alongside each other, and for myself, I think it's going to be really fun to play through the Elite Four on 3 different files at once. I've certainly done that before. It's not the first time. I am very bad about not being able to multitask on things, but with this quest, it feels like it's in the nature of the quest to do that, right? It feels like that's the appropriate thing to do. So I think it works. but I don't know. I don't feel like I'm always great at battle commentary in general, and if I'm trying to manage 3 games at once, I don't know how much I'll have to comment on. So I'll try to record it. If it's not good, you won't see it, and I'll just record the red battle because that'll be a little more manageable once I get to that. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this rather brief Larvitar video. I really expected this to be a pretty meaty video, and there's just not that much to it. I do want to do one more thing, though. After I reset, I want to do a triple show-off. I decided I'd throw a couple of phase Pokemon that I found that didn't get to be part of a triple show-off alongside Larvitar, just so I do it, just because I've done it for every other hunt in this quest. I don't want to break with tradition, so I'm going to do that just to close off this video. I won't have any commentary or anything, just do that really quickly, and I will do it with Larvitar, because Larvitar is the one I found. That's how I've been doing it, except with the evolutions, because if I showed off 8 shiny Eevees, people would think I was insane, because who would want to see that? But, yeah, I'll see you in whatever the next video is for this quest, whether that be the Elite Four, if that works out, or the final hunt of this quest. But either way, as always, best of luck on all your hunts, and take care.